I've been sun gazing for most of my life. And it's something that I don't really talk about because it's just weird. You know? Where if we go through history, and we all know about history, let's always remember what Nikolai Tolstoy said. He was the guy who wrote the book War and Peace. And Nikolai Tolstoy said that history would be great if only it were true. So with that being said, and digressing a little bit to the original point, and that is sun gazing. I have been sun gazing for, I'm serious, I remember as a child just staring up at the sun, and my mom would be like, "You're gonna go blind. You're gonna go blind." And I remember all those little spots that used to come in my eyes, and then I would close my eyes and I would open them again, and the spots would get better and better. And then as soon as my mother didn't think I was looking in the sun, boom, I was looking in the sun. And I would always remember not having to squint, you know? I didn't have to squint. It was beautiful. I was always able to look at the sun, and then it would just be all spotty and crazy. And then I'll look again, and then I will look again, and then I could just stare right at it. And I did that most of my life. That's why I was able to notice when the sun changed from yellow to white. I was able to pick up on that pretty, within a year's time. I don't think a lot of time went by without me knowing or noticing that the sun is no longer yellow. I have a really great video of me talking about the sun. And even then, the sun was not yellow. But that sun was not this sun that we have today. I gotta go into my archives. and it was the video where my dad and I was walking, and I was testing out this gimbal that I had, and we were walking with the gimbal. And we started to speak on the sun and talk about sun gazing and how important sun gazing was, and how it just made you feel, and the refreshingness of it, and just the power of the sun. And we went into all this stuff. And I am here to tell you now, it's time to stop sun gazing. Because this sun that we have in 2020, or at least, what we perceive as 2020, is not the sun of yesteryear, and maybe not even the sun of 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I noticed that while sun gazing, it's not the same experience. And this white sun, this new sun, is very much dangerous. Very dangerous. I've witnessed this sun in the summer of 2019 blister the human skin unlike anything I've ever seen before. Very scary sun. So while sun gazing, I don't know how to say this, but let me just put it this way. I kind of burned my eyes, and not the pupil part, the cornea part. And I felt it kind of almost instantly, and I knew something wasn't right. And it was from sun gazing. And this particular day, I had lifted up my eyes so that I wanted to get feel the energy of the sun all around that eyeball kind of a thing, which is very bizarre. No, I've never said this out loud before. I promise you this part. Never said this part out loud. And occasionally, let's say I sun gaze 10 times. 1 out of the 10 times, I would open my eyes really wide and I would lower this and look up so that the sun's rays were actually all around my eyes. And it used to feel like this energy, man. You know, it was like a B12 shot. Seriously. And I've taken B12 shots. I actually just took a B12 shot not so long ago. And they're $20. You go to you can get a script, but my guys know me at the pharmacist that I go to. I've been going there for, most of my life. I've watched 2 or 3 different owners in this particular place, but and it's like $20, and they give you the syringe and everything. It's kind of cool. And I do the whole thing, bam, the whole bottle, and it's kind of like that. And I say that because maybe you have taken a B12 shot and like, I didn't feel anything. So it's a little deeper than that, but I was just giving you like the idea of what one's mind believes a B12 shot is. And usually those are people that do not take B12 shots. Or at least they were indoctrinated before the shot and how great it was and the energy and all this kind of stuff that it became some sort of placebo. And let me digress from that too. But I will say this is not the same sun. Please, I'm only putting this out there because just doing what I just did right there, just lifting my eyes up, just that, what I just did has, while the sun, and looking in the sun's direction, the sun is now being covered by these clouds on the other side. Well, this is, clouds, it's a funny word now. There's like 11 different clouds out there, so I don't know what these are. So I'm on the Kosciuszko Bridge in Brooklyn, and the Kosciuszko Bridge is named after this guy, Kosciuszko. I can't remember his first name, but man, you read the story about that guy, scary. I want to talk about getting things done and didn't care who was there or in the way. This guy made changes in this city. Was one of the most powerful people in this town. Matter of fact, Edward Norton just did a movie. I think he directed the movie. Did I do a review on that movie? I should have done a review on that movie, or at least I didn't put it out. But I did a review on that movie with Edward Norton and the finest black woman in the world that fell for him in this movie. Thank God he was directing this movie, because there's no way. I'm not saying he's an unattractive guy. I'm just saying that no way in the world would that hot chick go with that Tourette syndrome guy. And then what was up with the scene where the father dies in a Harlem bar and no one shows up to the bar? There would have been 300 people outside that. They're like, they don't even know how to they don't even know how to depict black people, man. It's like all these whites want to direct black scenes and don't have an assistant director. What's wrong with that? Come on. Let me get off here. I digress. No more sun gazing, people. This is a new sun. This sun is not, I don't know, man. It might be artificial. I know it sounds crazy. Because what that would mean is that everything we ever been told about the sun was a lie. So, scary, man. scary, scary man. I definitely am seeing a lot of changes in the world that we live in. You know, the sky is different than I remember. You know, even movies are different than I remember. You know, you watch, you know, your favorite movie, you go back and watch it, you're like, whoa, this seems a little different. The lighting seems different. And it's not like when you go to school. You know, you go to school, you're a kid, and then as an adult, you visit the school, and you're like, whoa, this place looks so small. And you can reconcile that. You can put it in your brain, and it gets like, after 10 minutes, you get over it. But what's going on around us is a lot deeper than that. So deeper. So, with that being said, and it's so broad, the stroke that I am painting this vlog in, and it's only because we don't know each other. You don't know me. There's so much more to me, and one of the things that I am willing to do and capable of doing is getting new information and processing the new information and utilizing that in real time. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm a flip-flopper. That doesn't mean that I'm confused in any kind of way. I am truly recognizing that the sun that we see in that sky will do something horrible to your skin, will do something horrible to your, like, even your mood a little bit. It's like, you know, even our moods, you know, we're complaining about work and all the, you know, all the stuff that we have to do, all the hustling and the bustling and all this kind of stuff. But it might be the sun too. The sun that has that joy, that gives off that that I talked about. That power from the sun is now diminishing in some sort of way, and on a molecular level, on a solar level, even on who we are possibly level. And I have to back this up. I have my 5 senses, you know. I have my 5 senses, and I see the change, and I see the way I think. I see what's going on, and things are different, and I'm recognizing that what we think we know, we do not know. And I think more of us need to stop being so dogmatic about our belief systems. You know, these belief systems are going to kick us right in the butt. And they're going to make you feel real stupid. You know, the hell with all these belief systems. You know, let's open up to maybe the powers that be, you know, that proverbial knot milk I talk about in other videos. And I'm not going to really explain what that is, but you got to go back and look for it and understand that the knot milk that are responsible, these creatures, these powers that be that are pulling these strings and making, if not even the strings, they're making the decisions for us. They're making these choices for us. They're choosing. And I believe the word choice is so important here, because it is about the choice. It is about making that choice. And I believe something, someone, some sort of knot milk creature that maybe breathes and lives and loves and hates just like I do. You know, it doesn't have to be some sort of sorcery involved. You know, are there levers and buttons and dials and things like that being pushed? Are they literal? I don't know. But maybe it's time for us to stop thinking that Netflix are going to solve our problems at the end of the day. They're not. Let's stop thinking that if we just take a little bit more marijuana, it'll help with that back pain and I can sleep tonight. Because it's not. It's not sustainable. It's an illusion. What's real is recognizing just how we truly do not know. what's going on. We have no idea. But what we do know, what I know, is that sun, it's different. That sun has changed. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. That sun is truly different. It's different. It's a little scary to look at something that, throughout our history, they talk about the worshiping of the sun. They talk about how the sun has all of these healing properties. We know about solar power. We know all about the rays of the sun and how it responds to the flowers and the fruits and things like that. But let me tell you, something else you don't know about me is that I'm into planting flowers, and I'm into doing it seasonal. So what I like to do is okay, what are you doing? Will I be able to make this? Right. I made that light. And I didn't go past 20 miles an hour. Slow and steady. That's how you win the race. So, sorry, I'm over here doing my stretches. Got my gym uniform on. The question is, will I go to the gym? I don't know. No, I'm going to the gym. I got everything necessary. Desire is all that is required at the moment. No, but I'm still going to go, even though I don't want to go. I don't want to be fat forever. I don't want to be unhealthy. I don't want to die in my 60s like my mother died. Because she didn't take care of herself. She didn't work out. She didn't go to the gym. She didn't do any of those things. She didn't even go to the doctor. Don't want to be like that. Definitely don't want to be like that. Stay away from the sun, y'all. It ain't safe. That sun is scary. And I seen the blisters that came from that sun in the summer of 2019. LJ's body was covered in these blisters. And this is a person that I've been around for 14, 15 years. And let me tell you, this person has never burnt like this. Ever, ever, ever. And it's such a shame. Be safe. No more sun gazing. Boom.